Good Thursday afternoon, YouTube. How you guys doing today? So I want to pop on real quick before my phone dies and talk about a couple of interesting things that I have been listening to on the news. So the first thing that I want to talk about, hey Tiny, how you doing? Well, the first thing I want to do is wish my nephew-in-law a happy belated birthday. And so yeah, I want to do that. Anyway, if he's listening to me, you know. Second thing I want to do is talk about Ghislaine Maxwell. Ghislaine Maxwell. Now I know the title to the video is a little murky because you only get 60 characters to write out your title of your video. You know what I mean? So I'll go out and I'll redo the title after this video ends. But the first thing I wanted to talk about, well, both of the subjects are pertaining to the actions of Donald Trump, the POTUS, the president, right? So the first thing I want to talk about is Donald Trump. Yesterday, he said in a statement that, "Hey, Manny, how you doing?" He wished Ghislaine Maxwell, I'm sorry, he said he wishes her well no matter the outcome, right? So I was reading an article earlier there, and it was an article about Anthony Scaramucci, and they said that Anthony Scaramucci was saying on Twitter that, "Hey Mika, that Donald Trump was talking in code, right?" And so he was thinking that Donald Trump was telling her to be quiet, please don't say my name, don't put me in this, right? Even though we have seen photos of Donald Trump in the pictures with Ghislaine Maxwell as well as the now deceased, allegedly deceased, Jeffrey Epstein, right? So Anthony Scaramucci, the Mooch, I know y'all done heard of him, right? He was saying that Donald Trump was speaking in code. But I was got to thinking, was he speaking in code, and was he really just saying, don't say my name or anything like this? Because I really think at the end of the day, after hearing him, after reading him say that he wishes her well no matter the outcome, I took it as a threat. I took it as like, you know what I mean? You better keep silent or you're going to end up like Jeffrey. You know what I mean? And that's the way I took it. That's the way I took it. Do you see what I'm saying? Mooch took it his way. I took it my way. And I'm thinking, dang. But see, here's the thing. Is a lot of people don't know anything about the history. Ghislaine Maxwell's history. I think Ghislaine Maxwell is important in this situation right now because of her father, Robert Maxwell. Robert Maxwell was a very high profile media mogul, right? And he got in trouble for pretty much stealing money or, embezzling money, right, from a whole lot of people and a whole lot of companies back in the day, right? But just like Ghislaine Maxwell, Robert Maxwell had a lot of dirt on a whole lot of people, right? So even to this day, people are trying to figure out how Ghislaine Maxwell's father, Robert Maxwell, really died, right? And so what happened was he was supposed to be on the boat, on his yacht, sailing to somewhere, and they say he fell off a boat. But when they found his body, they found in his system some kind of unknown poison, right? Which I think that the reason why he died is because after he got in trouble, you know what I mean? He knew too much. He knew too many secrets about too many people, right? And it said that Ghislaine Maxwell loved her father, right? So I'm thinking, did Ghislaine Maxwell follow in her father's footsteps? Do you see what I'm saying? And so now, because really at the end of the day, if you ask me, all this stuff came about. Donald Trump has child, he done messed up a whole lot of people, right? So if you will notice, Jeffrey Epstein has for years, as early as the late '90s, federal, officials have known about Jeffrey Epstein and what he was doing. So why now, under this presidency, do you see what I'm saying? Were they so, interested in what Jeffrey Epstein had been doing now in particular? And my thinking is that They were, all of this stuff came about with Jeffrey Epstein because of Donald Trump. People have been trying to get rid of Donald Trump ever since he entered into office. But my thing is, how you gonna backtrack now and throw everybody under the bus when it is white male patriarchy, the electoral college that voted him in as president anyway, even though he cheated because Donald Trump, his if you and I've been reading a book, and from listening to the book, I figured out that Donald Trump's father groomed him to be nothing more than a brand ambassador. Do you see what I'm saying? He groomed him to pretty much big up the Trump name. He really don't know much of nothing. We know that he is politically inept. Do you see what I'm saying? And he ain't that bright anyway. But he has a gift for gab. Do you see what I'm saying? And we know that he is not qualified to run this country in the first place. We know, and also a lot of people, white male patriarchy is the reason why we are in the state that we are in this country right now. Do you see what I'm saying? Because that white male patriarchy, that electoral college, would not stand for Hillary Clinton being the first female president of this United States of America. They just weren't going to have it. That coupled with the fact that they felt like they could control Donald Trump, Mitch McConnell. Do you see what I'm saying? Putin. Do you see what I'm saying? They all felt like they could control Trump, but which is really not. That you can't control them because you can't control madness. You cannot hold madness. Do you see what I'm saying? And so that is why we are in this situation in this country right now because of white male patriarchy. At the end of the day, do you see what I'm saying? And so it's just fascinating to me. Fascinating what is going on. And not to mention the fact that his base, his base is so, his base are nothing more than a flock of sheep. Okay, easily led, by the chicanery coming out of his mouth. Because if you notice Donald Trump, he really can't even answer anything head on. Do you see what I'm saying? He got to make diversions and he got to make these short statements like everything gonna be all right in the midst of the COVID because he really doesn't know anything at all. The reason why we are going, this country is having to deal with this pandemic right now is because Donald Trump, if you think about it, if you listen to the reports, didn't want to work with Bill Gates. Okay, I also read another article this morning that said Bill Gates said he denies the fact that he's trying to insert microchips into everybody in the world in order to keep track of them via the vaccines. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, if you have been keeping up with the articles, you know that Bill Gates don't like Donald Trump. Donald Trump don't like Bill Gates. Now, in my opinion, my theory is Bill Gates already has a vaccine. Okay, because I read in the article that it said he had donated millions of dollars to the World Health Organization. They're trying to find a vaccine, but they are centering that vaccine around underprivileged children. That's the same thing that he was experimenting on the vaccine on in the Congo in Africa, underprivileged children. Do you see what I'm saying? So in my opinion, when he said that, that told me that, maybe he's not trying to microchip people. Maybe he's trying to get paid for the vaccine, the vaccine, not the vaccine, yeah, the vaccine that he already has. Because see, the money ain't in the virus. The money is in the vaccine. The virus is destroying this world economy. And it's not even necessarily bringing about, well, it is, by default, bringing about the uplifting of one world order. Do you see what I'm saying? But the thing is, he wanted to hold a monopoly over the vaccine, which I think, and I'm talking about Bill Gates, not because he wanted to microchip people, because the money is in the cure, not the disease. Do you see what I'm saying? So he created disease and he created the cure. Hey, Snazzy Girl. Do you see what I'm saying? If you really think about what's going on, so he says he's not trying to microchip people, with the vaccine. Now, and then he don't like Donald Trump because I saw a report earlier on, a couple of months ago, Bill Gates was talking about, his meeting with Donald Trump. It didn't go well. We know that Donald Trump, set out to defund, take funding away from the stop funding that he was giving to the World Health Organization. All of this, if you think about it, has to do with who's going to get the contract for the vaccine. Now, the United States, or Donald Trump, moreover, wants to give the vaccine, the money for the vaccine. They are backing Pfizer. We know Pfizer is big pharma, Pfizer or Merck, but I believe I read it was Pfizer. They are banking on Pfizer coming up with a vaccine. But like I said, Bill Gates already got a vaccine. But Donald Trump didn't want to work with Bill Gates because Bill Gates got more money than Donald Trump got. And that's just the bottom line. And Donald Trump don't like nobody that has more than him. He doesn't want to have to cater to anybody. Okay? That is why this country is going from bad to worse when it comes to uh, the virus, comes to the COVID. Do you see what I'm saying? It's really just that simple. At the end of the day, it's all about the money. Donald Trump cannot bring himself, and I also learned, there's a lot of info about his psyche in the book from his niece. Do you see what I'm saying? He literally can't show sympathy for anybody. Do you see what I'm saying? He is only interested in himself, and he has been taught and molded by his father to the only thing that he cares about is money. Do you see what I'm saying? And making money. That's why I said his father groomed him to be a brand ambassador for the Trump, for the Trump family, And so he's gotten so used to being coddled, via his ineptness, so he can keep being a front man. He also developed a gift for gab because he's not that bright. Do you see what I'm saying? And but he has a gift for gab, and you're gonna listen to him because he is the epitome of white male unearned privilege and patriarchy. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, when a lot of people, black and white, seen Trump, running for office and saying he gonna drain the swamp and all of this and all of that, but not really, giving us a plan to drain the swamp. Just a couple of, just a real good showman. That's why he likes those big giant rallies, because he's in his element then, because he's putting on a performance. Do you see what I'm saying? None of it is real. It's all just a performance. But people were so taken because in this country, we love a good show. We love a good movie. Do you see what I'm saying? And so a lot of people were taken by that. And he ain't nothing but a con man and a hustler. That's all he is. That's all he was raised to be. That's point blank period. He was groomed by his father. I learned that from the book, by the way. So, but anyway, I'm not gonna stray too far off on that. I thought about doing a review about Mary Trump's book, because baby, who she was dropping gems about Donald Trump in that book. Okay, when she set out to make that book, I really feel like she set out on revenge. Okay, because if Donald Trump, the thing that he hates most in the world is to be embarrassed, and you best believe he read Mary Trump's book. Okay, that's why he tried to stop the book from being published, because she set out to avenge her father. Getting back to Ghislaine Maxwell, much like, in my opinion, Ghislaine Maxwell sought to pick up where her father left off. Okay, because she really loved her father. And another thing about Ghislaine Maxwell is, who is Ghislaine Maxwell's secret husband? Why they won't tell who her husband is? That's what I want to know. You know what I mean? I'm like, what? And I don't think it's Jeffrey Epstein, because Jeffrey Epstein was pretty much a front man for what Ghislaine Maxwell was doing. You see what I'm saying? Ghislaine Maxwell was doing the same thing that her father was doing, giving all of these high powered people an avenue to do what they do in a very perverse way, in my opinion. Do you see what I'm saying? But all the time getting secrets from people, just like her daddy did. That's why you hear stuff like a Bill Clinton being on Epstein's Island, and Prince Andrew, and many other people. That's why he had he had he had the lawyers that were pretty much facilitating this whole thing. The ones in particular that he had, that was for a reason. Do you see what I'm saying? I don't even want to say the lawyer's name, but all of this was orchestrated. And also, if you saw the uh, the the documentary on Netflix, we also learned that every room in Epstein's house in New York, as well as on his island, everything was under surveillance. He got tapes on everybody. Well, should I say, Ghislaine Maxwell got tapes on everybody. She know all the secrets. But since Ghislaine Maxwell knows she can't talk, but if they feel like she getting scared that she might talk, cause she too old to go to jail, she don't want to end up like her daddy. Do you see what I'm saying? So, the, and then they really can't kill her like they allegedly killed Epstein. You know what I mean? So are they gonna try to out for like they out their daddy? Do you see what I'm saying? What they gonna say? She had a heart attack and she like 60 something years old? You know, or is she gonna do what she wanted to do? And the only thing they really want to know is about Trump, in my opinion. Okay, it's just crazy. But that's why I asked the question: is she gonna borrow time? You know what I mean? And yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. But I just had that theory about Ghislaine Maxwell. Is she gonna end up like her daddy, uh, Robert Maxwell? Because he was a holder of a lot of secrets too. He was blackmailing a lot of people too. A lot of people don't do the background work. And as far as Jeffrey Epstein go, I think Jeffrey Epstein was just the patriarchal front man, if you will, cause the plug, in my opinion, was Ghislaine Maxwell. Okay, she the one that's got all the secrets. And it tripped me out when they raided her home and went and got her out of wherever she was. She in California somewhere or on the outskirts of New York or New Hampshire, wherever she was. They said this chick had millions of dollars in cash in her safe, and she had her phone wrapped in foil, thinking that they weren't going to be able to trace her phone because she had it wrapped in foil. I was like, so you rub arms with all these people throughout the world, intelligence and presidents and everybody, and you got your phone wrapped in aluminum foil? Girl, child, yeah, Tanya, I think you just a pawn. Ghislaine is the plug. Okay, she was following in her daddy's footsteps. Do you see what I'm saying? But because of that, is she on borrow time? What's she gonna do? Child, that is crazy. Then they going around worried about it. R. Kelly. Child, and I've been listening to those to some of the victims, Virginia Roberts in particular. You know who Virginia Roberts remind me of? And she's one of Epstein's more vocal victims, right? The blonde-headed lady that's on the news everywhere. Virginia Roberts reminds me of Geronda Pace. Okay, Virginia Roberts, as it pertains to the Jeffrey Epstein Ghislaine Maxwell case, she act like Geronda Pace in the R. Kelly situation. Geronda Pace, the one that she wrote the book, and she said she went to the courthouse to meet R. Kelly and all this and all that. That's who Virginia Roberts remind me of, because Virginia Roberts, even if she ever glanced and thought you was ever at an Epstein party, whether you had something to do with what was going on, like she tried to name out Naomi Campbell. She tried to say Naomi Campbell knew what was going on. I'm thinking, how you figure she knew what was going on? Just because she was at the party? She clearly didn't know what was going on. And if she did, what could she do? She was a freaking model. She was, and then Epstein was tied to Victoria's Secret. She was doing her model thing. You knew. What you mean she knew? Like I said, she the Geronda Pace of the Epstein case. Okay, she doing a little bit too much. Do you see what I'm saying? And I was just like, oh, this girl is doing the most right here. She doing the most. But anyway, that's what I was thinking about Ghislaine Maxwell. And I had to come on here and give y'all a little update. I've been trying to do my daily updates, all day today and whatnot. You know what I mean? And so move right along. But that was what I was thinking about as far as Ghislaine Maxwell is concerned. Is she on borrowed time? Being that Trump done told her, I wish her well, no matter the outcome. I was like, ooh, oh, that's kind of cold right there. But just think, if she ever really did talk, would they even release all the information that she done gave? I don't even think they would. I think they're looking for secrets themselves. Do you see what I'm saying? So anything could be going on. Anything. You know what I mean? So, they calling blacks out first. What about Trump? Oh, you talking about as far as Naomi Campbell go? Oh yeah, that's just you know what I mean. Yeah, I ain't heard her say nothing about Trump, but I did hear her say Naomi Campbell, you knew and all of this. And how she know? How she know? Child. But yeah, like I said, she the Geronda Pace of the Jeffrey Epstein case, in my opinion. Like for real. Like I don't even care. She the Geronda Pace. You know what I mean? And they thought that the country, they knew the country wasn't gonna be satisfied with letting what is his name, R. Kelly be the figurehead for all this nonsense. They know they wasn't. You know what I mean? But because Jeffrey Epstein was the figurehead of all of that ratchet stuff that was going on, you know what I mean? The whole ring, the whole international ring. In the first place, R. Kelly don't have international reach. Okay? In the first place. But because they got him on the wire, they got to put this black man on the wire too. Do you see what I'm saying? And so it just tripped me out. You know what I mean? It's amazing to me. Like I'm I really think R. Kelly need to be in a mental health facility. I'm not even lying to you. You know, like for real. Like I really do believe that. But Ghislaine Maxwell, yeah, okay. Yeah, she did way too much. What she did is far more sinister than R. Kelly ever could have done. Because Ghislaine Maxwell, her her perversion was not, what drove her to do what she did. Her quest for money and power and secrets drove her to what she did. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, they all R. Kelly are on 1,000. R. Kelly, his horrific childhood trauma, the loss of his mother, his insecurities. He clearly has attachment issues. He was molested. All of that trauma that was never addressed. That is the reason why. That is the driving force behind, R. Kelly and the incidents. You know what I mean, that he has been accused of. And then not to mention the fact that a whole lot of his accusers were grown women like Lisa Van Allen. Lisa Van Allen was not a victim, okay? She was a whole grown woman when she met up with R. Kelly. A couple of them was whole grown women. The only person I feel sorry for in this whole R. Kelly debacle is the first victim, Sparkle's niece, and I feel sorry for what is her name, Dominique, was that her name? Dominique? I can't think of her name. Dominique Gardner. I feel sorry for those two. And if it wasn't for Joronda Pace introducing Dominique Gardner to R. Kelly, Dominique Gardner never would have, been involved with that situation anyway. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, the whole thing is just crazy. That's how I feel about that R. Kelly thing. But like I said, they thought that situation with R. Kelly was going to be able to hold him. The reason why nobody was satisfied with the whole thing going on, and I'm going to tell the truth, with R. Kelly and those black women, is because we know there's black women in America. Number one, we are protected. Number two, don't nobody care anyway. Do you see what's going on with Meg the Stallion? They was making fun of her because she was involved in a domestic violence issue and she was shot in the foot. Okay? They online disrespecting the fact that this woman was shot in the foot. Okay? But I found out about that too since I'm on there. Let me hurry up. I don't want my phone to hang up. Since we own the fact that they don't care about black women, not really. That's why I don't understand. They wouldn't even if this stuff didn't come up about Epstein, R. Kelly, this wouldn't have been a thing. This would not have that coupled with Me Too. Do you see what I'm saying? That is why R. Kelly is in jail. Because half of those women was grown anyway. Like I said, Lisa Van Allen need to be in jail her own self. Okay? And Joronda Pace. All right? Because you did this to other black women. Anyway, I digress. I ain't going to start preaching. I want to talk about Meg the Stallion, too. I'm going to have to put that in my thing. They are disrespecting her all over social media because she got shot in the foot. Well, I've been doing a little digging, and I haven't spoke on really what happened to that little girl because it don't make no sense. They both young. Uh, Clearly that Tory Lane's guy, he weak. You know what I mean? But come to find out, rumor has it, and allegedly, I'm gonna say allegedly before I say this, allegedly, what happened between Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion is they was at Kylie Jenner's party. And allegedly, Kylie Jenner was flirting with Tory Lanez, and Tory Lanez was flirting a little bit too much back with Kylie Jenner. And seeing as how him and Meg had something going on the side, allegedly, Megan Thee Stallion got in her feelings, and they started arguing. And allegedly they went to blows. And Megan was calling them out and beating them up and all of this and all that. They fighting even in the car, getting in the car, because he's disrespecting Megan the Stallion by flirting with Kylie Jenner. Because you know them witches ain't nothing but they notorious for, they don't even want your black man if you ain't got him first. Okay? Because we done seen them do it over and over again. So they get to going to blows even in the car. And that's why the weakling by the name of Tory Lanez shot her in the foot. Okay? Because he couldn't hang. I guess she was throwing blows on him too much. And that's allegedly. That's what's going around. But now it makes sense as to why I kept thinking, why did Kylie Jenner unfollow her on social media if she the one got shot in the foot? It's cause it's your fault. It's your fault because they was arguing. Because you trying to holler at this man like Megan Thee Stallion is going. And her and Tory Lanez got into it because of her. So that's why she unfollowed Megan Thee Stallion on social media. You know what I mean? But instead of acknowledging the fact that Tory Lanez is real weak, you're real weak to shoot a woman because you can't get her off of you. You real weak and emasculated. That is not a good look. Okay? Hey, Lady Tia. You had to shoot her in the foot to get her off of you. Well, you shouldn't have been disrespecting her by openly flirting with this trick over here by the name of Kylie Jenner. But anyway, that's what happened. That's what I heard through the grapevine. The reason why Megan Thee Stallion got shot in the foot. Because number one, she's dealing with a punk. And so when she came back and she did that video on Instagram talking about in the mix as usual, black women are unprotected. That's what she meant by that. That's what she meant by that. But what she wasn't gonna do was let Tory Lanez disrespect her and flirt with Kylie Jenner in front of her face and not correct him, which is exactly what she was supposed to do. And he was weak because to get her off of him, he had to shoot her in the foot, allegedly. You see how that worked? Megan did what she was supposed to do. I'm not finna let you disrespect me with this whole trick over here. You know. Then she checked her too. That's what I heard. I heard that too, allegedly. That's why the Kylie chick unfollowed her on social media. There ain't nothing but a whole bunch of tricks. I am not impressed by these tricks. Okay? Nothing but a whole bunch of played out tricks. That's all they are. Look what Kanye going through. And now, I seen on now they got since what is her name? Kim Kardashian finally spoke up. Well, Kim Kardashian, she's showing compassion for Kanye and asking for, sympathy for Kanye and compassion for Kanye. In the first place, she asking for sympathy and compassion for herself. Okay? Because she know Kanye was telling the truth. Oh, and I also found out through the grapevine that allegedly the reason why Kanye was mentioned loss of Pippen, Scottie Pippen's ex-wife, is because rumor has it that Larsa Pippen slept with Khloe Kardashian's baby daddy. Okay, what's his name? Tristan Thompson. That's why. But instead of them trying to ruin Larsa Pippen on social media and make her look bad and all they did was unfollow her. But y'all remember that little girl? What was her name? Jordan Woods. And Tristan Thompson kissed her goodnight, and Jordan Woods kept telling him that, look, I didn't do nothing with this man. They tried to destroy her. Khloe and them tried to destroy her because he kissed her, and he would not even clear it up. Do you see what I'm saying? But the only thing they did to loss of Jordan though, that little girl. See how that worked? Anyway, nothing but tricks and hoes. That's all they are. Anyway, move right along. Let's talk about the Chicago thing for my phone go dead. All right. So Trump, it's being reported that Trump is fixing to send in the troops. You don't like to see Meg and all these celebrities' faces. They riding her shine. Yeah, they say she too nice. You know what I mean? she made a bad choice when she was fooling with that Tory Lanez guy. But yeah, I feel you. Check it out. So supposedly Trump is planning on sending troops. I don't know if he's already sent them or if he's still planning right now to send troops to Chicago to curb some of the violence. Do you see what I'm saying? Here's the thing about that. You already done did a test run in Portland, Oregon, because you snatching up they got the military, unmarked military vehicles snatching protesters off the street. Where you taking them? You taking them to black sites? Where you taking these people, these protesters, when you snatching them off the street? So that was his test run, right? So now he's gonna send troops to Chicago to curb violence that they started. Do you see what I'm saying? The mayor of Chicago, I can't think of the chick's name, don't want him to send him there. He gonna usurp her authority and send them anyway. Okay, but my thing is, here's the thing: we have been talking about, some of us anyway, for a long time. Who's really doing all this shooting in Chicago? They're dropping off crates, all this and all that. You know who really started this violence in Chicago? Yeah, Lightfoot. White folks started, the police and the freaking white supremacists. Okay, we talked about the other day about how they make these prosthetic masks. You know, they put on gloves and stuff, and these masks can look like black people. Do you see what I'm saying? And they fix up their cars like their gang members and put on gang colors to go back and forth and start this violence. We heard of it was a funeral going on in Chicago, and some car just randomly went by Chicago and started shooting up the funeral, and several people was shot. So if they don't have, y'all remember when they did that report and it was proof on the dummy trucks that they were setting people up with in Chicago? They would have these trucks, these abandoned trucks, but in the back of the trunks it was shoes, sneakers like Jordans and all this and all that in the back of the trunk. And when the kids would go in there and try to get the merchandise off the truck, they would get picked up by the police. But the police is the one that set the truck there in the first place. Okay? So he done orchestrated all the drama. All right? This ain't nothing but a campaign trick. That's all it is. Okay? He grasping at straws because America is very even some of his supporters is done fooling with him because of his lack of response to the COVID crisis. Do you see what I'm saying? So you're gonna orchestrate this whole thing. First you did it in Portland, Oregon, and now you're gonna do it in Chicago. Do you see what I'm saying? You're gonna send in troops for something that's a police matter. The way you gonna be able, and it was all set up in the first place. I don't believe that these black people, these gang members, is the one doing all the shooting back and forth. not at the rate they're going. And a lot of people have suspected that for a long time. Just if they're gonna set up, dummy trains and trucks full of merchandise for people to come in and steal, what make you think they ain't the ones that's killing people in Chicago? Because some of the stuff it don't even make sense. It don't even sound right. And he's always been obsessed with Chicago. Trump has. He's mostly obsessed with Chicago because of Obama. That's why he done orchestrated this whole thing. This ain't nothing but a campaign ploy. That's all it is. But why are you trying to whisk off protesters to black spots and stuff using the military? Do you think this is Russia? Do he think he's Vladimir Putin? Do you see what I'm saying? Because via the Constitution of the United States, we have a right to peaceably assemble. Even if they turn up the club in Portland, the military ain't supposed to come in and whisk you off somewhere to these black spots. Now, we know as far as Chicago go, they have been talking about when they locking up these gang members in places, these secret places, these secret police stations and all this stuff they got going on in Chicago. Oh, they messing with my channel? Is it going off right now? Because it's not acting crazy right now. He is trying to be in dictator status. You know what I mean? Tanya said, yeah, they is messing with my channel in general, Tanya. Yeah, they is. They unsubscribing my people. They won't send out the notifications. They pretty much bury my videos. You have to literally come to my channel to see if I posted the video. I talked about this the other day, but you're right, they doing that. They sure is doing it. Oh, it's going in and out. Well, I'm gonna hurry up and close. But I wanted to tell y'all that. I want to give y'all a heads up and let you know what's really going on with Chicago. This whole thing is orchestrated. It ain't nothing but a campaign trick. That's all it is, to make it feel like, he's in control of this country when he's not. When he clearly is not. Okay? And yeah, he is trying to act like he in dictator status. Like he's Vladimir Putin or somebody. You never get notifications read. Yeah, a lot of my subscribers don't never get notifications. It's a wonder if you haven't been unsubscribed yet. Do you see what I'm saying? So yeah. Is you have been going out? Wow, this video is gonna be jacked up. And I'm so sorry about that, child. I'm so sorry. I didn't even know they was doing it. I know that's right, Lady T. I wish you find me because you was looking for me. Thank you, Lady T. A lot of folks don't do that though. You know what I mean? And it's understandable. If you ain't seeing it going down your video, your community line, your community feed or whatever, are you really gonna, you gotta have a large base when people is actually checking for you to see if you done posted it today. And a few people like you do, Lady T. You see what I'm saying? And I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't have time to do that. Out of sight, out of mind. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing I can do about it. You know what I mean? And only that, they screw with my monetization too. I don't do anything to violate my hey cloud, my monetization status. So what they would do is they won't totally monetize my videos. They'll give me the yellow thing instead of the green when they know they're supposed to be giving me a green. But anyway, that's the issues for another day. But thank y'all for checking for me, you guys that do. But I really want y'all to pay close attention to what's going on with Trump and how he moving, because like he said, even if he's not reelected, he ain't going nowhere. That's what he think. He ain't leaving the White House. Like I said, he think he's Vladimir Putin or somebody. So that's why you see him like using the government, for all of these things, using the military for all of these things that he's not supposed to be doing. Like we're in Afghanistan or somewhere, like we're in some kind of war-torn country. You sending in the military to take out civilians. I'm like, wow. Wow. We can't stand another 4 years of Donald Trump. And I'm going to close out like this because in 4 years, he is going to be a dictator. Do you see what I'm saying? He turned this country into the shithole country that he was saying other countries were. That's what he's trying to turn America into. Okay? And that's a shame. But really, that was my point of the whole video, to say that. Y'all remember when he said that, what was it, countries in Africa was a shithole country? Yeah, that's what he turned the United States of America into. Okay? Because he's not qualified to be a leader of the free world. He's not qualified to be a leader of anything. Why y'all think he don't want to release his tax returns? Okay? But if you want a good read, check out that book. It'll tell you everything you need to know about the psyche of Donald Trump and why he is the way he is. He was reared to be nothing more than a brand ambassador. That's all. That's all. You know. And so, yeah, watching the live say a lot about how much people really love him. A lot of people are still in favor of Donald Trump, unfortunately. Because everybody loves a good show. A lot of people are real silly, you know. But yeah, I don't see how anybody can support Donald Trump. But a lot of people, a lot of the country is not supporting him right now. And it's a dang on shame when you gotta be in support of somebody like Joe Biden going around talking about some Donald Trump. Yeah, he need to shut up. He just need to shut up and stay in his basement. You know, going around talking about some Donald Trump is the first racist president. I'm thinking, Joe, you said it wrong. Just like you said it wrong when you said, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. What you meant to say was, Donald Trump is probably the first openly racist president. Now, he can say it like that. You see what I'm saying? Because he clearly doesn't have any class. You see what I'm saying? Because rich folks, that clearly they are racist, a lot of them. You see what I'm saying? But because they have class, they don't come at you the way Donald Trump come at you. Donald Trump come at you like, he one of these Confederate flag truck driving, a Ford pickup truck driving hicks down south. That's how he come at you. You know what I mean? But if you got any kind of seasoning or class about yourself, especially if you come from a family of means, you won't come at your racism like he come at racism. He come at racism like he white trash. You see what I'm saying? So, No, Biden isn't. He is not. He is not. He's too old to be the president. But white male patriarchy. See, Joe Biden is not. Don't need to be elected to bring about change because he ain't gonna bring about no change. Joe Biden needs to be elected to get Trump out of office before we be in more trouble in this country than we already are. We simply cannot stand another 4 years of Donald Trump. That is the reason why Joe Biden needs to be elected. You know, he is his own worst enemy. He's too old, but what choice do we have? I can't even believe nobody's thinking about it. They need him to stop what it is that Donald Trump is doing. We don't need no more old white male patriarchal presidents in office anyway. The country has grown past that stage. You know? You know, I don't care if he's for illegals or not at this point. We have a greater issue than illegals in this country right now. If you focus on illegals, honey, that's your biggest worry, then you got a problem. This country, it's the first time that this country is like, it's an open wound and all kind of infections is getting in your wound and you finna go sepsis. That's what Donald Trump has did to this country. He has left us, we are unprotected in this country. The whole world think we're a joke because of Donald Trump. Okay? And those people still backing him, it's something wrong with you. It's something wrong with you if you still worried about, Joe Biden being for the illegals. Honey, that is the least of your worries. So, yeah, what is Biden going to do? He's going to stop the hemorrhaging. He's going to stop the bleeding. And he better do it. So you must be a Trump supporter. You got to be out of your mind. It is something wrong with people look, it is imperative, America, for you to vote. Okay? We cannot stand 4 more years of Donald Trump in this country. We simply cannot do it. We cannot. We cannot. Why do you think Vladimir Putin, Vladimir Putin is probably on the phone telling them stuff to do, how to run this country right now. Okay? Because Putin knows that Donald Trump looks up to him like he's some kind of superstar. Because that's the kind of leader that Donald Trump would love to be. He would love to be a dictator. He's not even qualified to be a dictator. He ain't even qualified to run the Trump organization. That's why I keep going bankrupt. Okay? You ain't got to trust. I don't trust him either. But it's imperative that we get Donald Trump out of office. I don't care. I don't trust Joe Biden either. He ain't nothing but an old Dixie cry. But at least he knows how to stop the hemorrhaging in this company. It is Donald Trump's fault because we are dealing with this pandemic right now. We did not have to be dealing with this pandemic in the way that we are dealing it, or lack thereof, the way that we are dealing with it right now. Okay, let's set off the pandemic. Okay, why didn't it close our borders at first? Why didn't it do that to stop what? You know that this pandemic was coming because that you even had to fess up and say that they put it on your desk. It went across your desk a couple of months before it hit us here in the United States. Why did you immediately stop the planes from coming anywhere from Asia? Why did you stop that? Why don't you seal off this country? That's the first thing you should have done. The first thing you should have done. And why did you dissolve, what is his name? Obama. He had a whole group of people that were, pretty much pandemic response watchers, okay? He dissolved that whole thing. That whole group of people that were in charge of ensuring that we were protected from a pandemic, or that we would be prepared in light of a global pandemic. Do you see what I'm saying? Why did you impose the Patriot Act? Why are hospitals that don't kiss your butt still in need of PPE equipment all these months later? Why do you not care enough about your American people to tell them the truth? Because you don't want to make yourself look bad. That is ego. You care more about your ego than you care about the American people. That you still got people supporting this food. You hustling backwards. You hustling against your own best interests. So no, we don't think that Joe Biden is going to be progressive, but he damn sure ain't Donald Trump. Okay? And like I said, it is because of white male patriarchy that we are in this position in the first place. Because they didn't want that white woman named Hillary Clinton to run this country. Not because she a Clinton, but because she a woman. Okay? Now let's keep it real at the end of the day. Now that's what's going on. I'm just saying. You know, it don't make no sense. You know, so everybody complaining about Joe, and Joe just need to hush and go on and get in the office and don't shoot himself in the foot, so he can try to slow some of this bleeding. You know, because Trump is bleeding our country dry. You see what I'm saying? In every way, and anybody supporting him, black, white, blue, or green, you got to be out your mind. You are ignorant as hell to support Donald Trump. Okay. You got a lot of people that are Republican just gonna vote for Joe Biden because they can see what's going on. He is bleeding this country dry. It ain't about this election right here. It should not be about Democrat or Republican. It should be about getting this fool out of office, this whole court jester out of office. You know, because he has made a mockery of this country. A mockery of it. And people call themselves patriotic. How is his base patriotic? They don't see how he done destroyed this country, how he tried to destroy it out of ego? That don't make no sense. You got to be out your raggedy ass mind not to want to get Donald Trump out of office. And that's just a fact. Somebody asked me a little while ago, who is the lesser of the two evils? I was like, I don't know. They both evil. They both evil. I now know. Joe Biden is the lesser of the evils. Because at least he can stop the hemorrhaging that's going on in this country right now. It don't make no sense. You can't even, supply adequately supply these hospitals via this because they need PPE equipment to help themselves so that they can help people. You can't even do that. You got the nerve to get on TV and say testing is overrated. You know why he don't like testing? Because he don't like the numbers that's coming out. Because, whatever they say, the number of people, they have come down with COVID, you best believe somebody said it was 10 times higher because of the people that haven't been tested. And I believe it. But the more numbers rise, the more the stock market falls. And like I said at the top of the video, the only thing you care about at the end of the day is money. But how do you think that he can adequately run this company when he can't even run this country when he can't even run his own company? Why do you think he hiding his tax returns so hard? But I tell you one thing, Bush Sr., he tried to warn people. He tried to tell folks, this ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. He tried to warn them, this ain't what you want. They wouldn't listen. If it was back in the day, I wonder what would have become of Trump right now. If this was back when Bush Sr. was young. Yeah, he keeps saying the numbers going down. Clearly the numbers aren't going down. And this is a pandemic globally. First they're going to attack the upper states in the wintertime. Now, all of us is in the red zone down south. The sun, what did Trump say? Well, when the summertime, the heat is going to kill off the virus. Seems to me like it made it stronger down south. The hotter it get, the more the cases rise. So, like, I don't, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But you still got people, cheerleading for Trump. I don't see how that's possible. I don't see how it's possible. Even his own party, the Republicans, are starting to turn on him. But you still got these ignorant fools, these sheep, co-signing anything that he do. You co-signing yourself into a grave. That's what you're doing. And I can't believe people is falling for this nonsense. You have literally no critical thinking skills. You don't have to, know anything really about politics to know that guy right there, him, that ain't what you want. That ain't nothing but trouble. Your common sense should tell you that Trump, we got to hurry up and get him out of office. Yeah, they said California, they believe California open too soon. Yeah, the governor said that. It open too soon. They got a double-edged sword. All of the economy is going down the drain. These businesses going down the drain. All this and all that. They open schools, had to close them down again. Do you see what I'm saying? So, yeah, yeah, yeah. It'll be another shutdown in the winter when it gets cooler outside. It'll be another shutdown. They're gonna because we haven't even reached. They said we haven't even reached the second wave of the pandemic yet, and I believe it. But meanwhile, you still got Bill Gates, twerking around these news stations doing these interviews. Yeah, they believe Florida opened too soon. The whole country opened too soon. But it caved in to the people saying that we want to get back to normal. But you can't get back to normal. The pandemic is still killing you. But a lot of people, especially the Anglos, they are so used to, throwing temper tantrums because of unearned privilege that, they was forcing the hand of the government. And the government had to say, well, okay, let's give them what they want. And you see what happened? And that's in part because you don't have a strong leader. You do not have a strong leader. Because it did not have to be this way. If he was an appropriate leader, if he was a leader, these states wouldn't open too soon. Number one, if he was a leader, he could have motivated this country. He could have did more. He could have did more in the way of giving a damn, and he don't give a damn. The only thing he care about is the stock market. Okay? The struggling bad in Florida electric. Yeah, absolutely. Georgia as well. You heard about Kemp trying to sue Keisha Lance Bottoms over those mask mandates? You got to be out your mind to know it's not the best thing. It is the best thing for you to put a mask on when you go outside. When you're going to be around a whole lot of people. You hustling backwards. Why would you think that a mask is not going to help you and other people? Oh, really? I hope he turned it in and stolen, because he can catch a body on that gun if he don't report the weapon stolen. For real. So yeah, that's crazy though. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna get off here because my phone can ready to go dead. I just really want to touch up on a couple of issues. I think did we talk about what's his name real quick? Kanye? I think we did. Because that story keeps, it's reported good, Lady T. Good, that's what he's supposed to do. Because that story, a little bit more, but they call it, try to call Kanye crazy. Because he's telling the truth. The receipts coming out every day, especially about that Lawson Pitton and that Tristan Thompson. I found it very interesting, that dynamic right there. So anyway, guys, if you haven't heard the beginning of the video, go back and listen to it or whatnot. You know what I mean? And I'm going to try to add some of these. I don't give out my email, Red Snapper. I don't give out my email and I don't give out my phone number. But anyway, y'all go back and listen to the beginning of this video. I would greatly appreciate it. If you haven't hit that like button, please hit that like button. Please hit that share button. You know what I mean? Yeah, he asking for help. Why do you think Dave Chappelle and them flew out real quick and seen if he was okay? So yeah, 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 yeah. Sorry about that, Red Snapper. No, I don't do the email thing. Absolutely not. Uh, you know. That's right. Put the information in the comment section. I appreciate it. You know what I mean? But another thing, y'all, please don't put other people's content creators' names. If you want me to see that video, something, please don't put their names in my comment section because they don't promote me and I'm not promoting them. You know what I mean? I'm just not gonna do it because they ain't doing it for me. I'm just saying. But as far as Kanye goes, it's very interesting what's going on with him right now, and he is also advocating for his child. He advocated for Northwest. You know, because they don't want them like I seen a video to where he was talking about and he didn't want Northwest wearing makeup. It was on one of the Kardashian shows, keeping up the Kardashians or whatever. He was upset because they was putting makeup on the little girl already and trying to make her wear halter tops, dressing her up too provocatively as a child. And he don't want all that going on with his daughter, and it shouldn't be going on with his daughter. So when you hear him ranting about Kris Jenner and putting and fixing up Playboy shoots, for her daughters, that's what he's talking about. He don't want Northwest sexualized like that at such a young age, and she shouldn't be. You know what I mean? Oh, don't worry, Lady T. It ain't just you. It's just not you. You know what I mean? Well, Kim K was the last women to have a kid with. Well, yeah, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. You cannot. Why do you think Jay-Z and Beyonce stopped fooling with him? It's because of her. That's the reason why. You know. He calling out Drake, so I get, insinuating that allegedly, you welcome, Snazzy Girl, had something to do with Drake, and then he said that thing about Meek Mills, and how many others have it been? You know what I mean? He keep going at what is the mama name? The madam, what is her name? Kris Jenner, because she essentially pimped out her kids. But we talked about that yesterday, them being them Armenian gypsies, and how the gypsies marry off their girls when they're before they even are teenagers. That's all that she doing. You know, you know. Yeah, everybody try to stop her. I'm sure behind the scenes, especially Jay-Z and Beyonce, they try to cut him loose because he's closest to them than anybody, especially after his mother died. You know, but after he went and did it anyway, yeah, he reaping what he sowed. You know what I mean? You can't turn her into a housewife. You seen her do all this stuff on Instagram. You allegedly met her on Instagram. You liking her pictures, all this and all that. You know what I mean? Did you go wife her up? Did you think she was gonna change when you married her? Is that what you thought? Yeah, okay. That's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. Now you got all these complaints, telling the world that you don't like her, exposing her body. But she's so insecure of a woman. What else can she do? Because she needs constant validation. She's a very insecure woman. That her build a body whole having ass. Okay. What else can she do? Because they ain't nothing but real basic. That's all they are to me. I'm not impressed. They are real basic and insecure. But they get it from their mama. So why would she pimp them out? You see what I'm saying? Why would you think anything that Kris Jenner would do anything else when it's reported that when Nicole Brown Simpson and OJ Simpson was married, they're saying that allegedly Kris Jenner slept with OJ. But you supposed to be Nicole Brown Simpson's best friend and you was married to your Kardashian husband, whatever I can't even think of his first name. You know what I mean? But you allegedly was sleeping with OJ when your alleged, I'm gonna say alleged best friend was sleeping with him. You know what I mean? So why would anybody expect any less from her? you know? So yeah, so when that movie came out, that flick came out with Kim K and oh boy, she was like, oh, okay, we're going to market this, we're going to make some money off of this, and they've been using black men in the same way ever since. But tripped me out, like I said about that, about Larsa Pippen allegedly sleeping with Tristan Thompson's Chloe's baby daddy when she tried to destroy Jordan Woods for because he kissed her. You saw something, but you didn't do nothing but unfollow that white woman. That's very interesting. Hmm. Very interesting. Very telling. Do you see what I'm saying? Very telling. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna get off here. I just want to pop on real quick. I can't believe my phone did not go dead, and we've been talking for an hour. I can't believe it. I so enjoy our conversations. I said I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna speak my piece, irregardless. To me, not charging the phone like I was supposed to, but like I said, I've been out all morning. I was wishing my nephew in law, is that what you call it? Happy birthday. You see what I'm saying? Okay, before I go, Miss Olivia, did you see the movie they put out about the interpretation of how Nicole died, called Nicole Brown? No, is it a new movie? Is it a new movie, Sassy Girl? Because I haven't seen that. I heard about them. The car company show. Who make Bronco? They coming out with a Bronco series in OJ's birthday. Have they came out yet? I said, man, it is shady. White male patriarchy. Oh my God, that was shade. I was like, oh, now see, come on, really? Sure, don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. It's called Nicole Brown Simpson murder. Is I'm gonna have to check it out, especially if it's new. So Ford, yeah, okay. I don't know Ford Bronco. I think yes, it's new. Saw it yesterday. Where'd you see it at? What network did you see it on, Stacey Girl? Because I want to watch it. I'll watch it right now. Can you tell me where you saw it? So, but yeah, that's real shady though. And they got that new series of Bronco coming out on his birthday. I don't know if his birthday passing out. I don't know if the Bronco is out or not, but I said, oh no, they didn't. The shade is real. Man. Child. Mm-mm. That's crazy. I'm trying to wait to see for Snazzy Girl to type where she saw the movie at so I can go watch it. Ain't it Shady Boots? Shady. Shady. I said, no, they didn't. No, they didn't. You think it's on Netflix or Showtime? Not sure, sorry. It's probably on Showtime because I can see nothing like it on Netflix. But the name is Nicole Brown Simpson Murder. I try to find it. Thanks for telling me that. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I appreciate it. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna get on off here. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thanks for checking for me. You know what I mean? I appreciate it, honey. I'm gonna talk to you guys later. You have a good rest of your Thursday. I hope y'all been liking the fact that I think I've been live every day since what, like Friday or something like that or something. You know what I mean? But it's been a heat wave around here and it's real hot outside, so child. I've been, and not to mention the COVID. On top of the COVID, it's a heat wave. I can't breathe when it's too hot outside. It don't make no sense. Yeah, the OJ Bronco. I was like, oh my God, the shade is real. I was like, no, they didn't. No, they didn't. Are they gonna have OJ promoted? I'm like, wow, okay. All right, child. All right. Anywho, oh, I got a product endorsement for you guys. I don't know if you guys have tried these or not. Okay. Child, got my ice cold. I know that's right, Lady Tia. They got some Cheetos. You know them cheeses, right? They got some cheeses called Snaps. Child, these cheeses is the bomb. Have y'all had the cheeses? Child. Oh, I've been munching on them. Too much. Munching on them. But I found me something new to snack on. In between meals. I said, now you know I don't need these cheeses. Okay. I really don't. But anywho, let me get off it. Like I said, I love you guys. And if I find something that needs to be talked about tomorrow, I will be on. to talk about. I know Lady T, I love them. I was like, ooh, it's good. Oh Lord, I gotta pace myself. And Brenda keep bringing me this chocolate pound cake with Hershey chips in it, child. Okay, Brenda keep doing that. I was like, now see, don't make no sense the way they do me around here. Okay, like for real, it don't make no sense. It ain't right. They keep giving me all these snacks and stuff because I get bored. But anyway, I digress. I just want to tell y'all, if y'all haven't tried these cheese it called snaps, go get your bag. You gonna thank me, okay? And it's the bomb. Oh yes. Lady Tia said, "Did you see the lady trying to burn the dude car and blew herself up?" No, no. But that's what she get. I ain't got no sympathy for her. Child, please. Woo, Snazzy gonna say LOL. That's like me snacking on UTZ carb flavored potato chips. Yummy. I don't even know what UTZ carb flavored potato chips is, Snazzy girl, but I feel you, girl. Is it funny, Lady Tia? It sounds funny. How the hell you gonna try to burn up somebody's car? Probably because she was jealous or he was cheating or something. And then you gonna set yourself on fire. Girl, what you gonna say in the hereafter? Because they're gonna be laughing at you. You a whole fool. Oh, crab flavored. I never heard of crab flavored chips. But I bet it's good though. I tried. Alright. You know what I mean? They're gonna be laughing at her here in the hereafter, Lady Tia. They gonna be making fun of her. Child. That's crazy. That's ignorant. I have no sympathy. I'm sorry. Y'all know I got a flaw. Child. They just said she used gas all wrapped up and it blew up. And it blew up on her. LMAO. She got donkey. I bet she did get donkey of the day. Dummy of the day. Girl, what was you thinking about? So you cared about this dude more than you care about your own personal safety. You need to blow yourself up. If that's the case, I hope she didn't have kids, because that means she cared about the dude more than she cared about the children, as well as her own personal safety. So now she blew the F up. She blew herself up. She has nobody, nobody to thank but herself. Let me stop. Whew. You see the old World Star picture, child? You get, I got no sympathy. I'm sorry. Nope. Uh-uh. Nope. Charlamagne the God gave her donkey the other day. I'm gonna have to go find her. I'm gonna have to go find the video. Thanks for telling me. Thanks for telling that tickled me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got a flaw. I can't do it. I don't believe in self-harm. Especially when you being a donkey. And you're not thinking the thing through. Child, I got a flaw when it comes to that, like for real. I wouldn't be able to stop laughing either, Lady T, because that's stupid. You big dummy. Yeah, I got it so bad. Like I got a flaw for real, right? So I'm outside and I'm telling I used to tell my nephew Brady, right? He's real smart. He's 7 now. But he was about 3 or 4. You know them hoverboards when they first came out. Is that what you call them? That was real popular. Them you know them is that what they call them hoverboards, right? Or you know them boys you charged them up and they ran. You just was on them riding, right? So Brady, which was too little to be on those hoverboards. I can't, if that's what they call them. They out of style. Now the kids don't even look at them no more, right? So he figured he wanted to ride one. It was a hoverboard, okay. He wanted to ride one cause his older brother had one. Mind you, he real smart. So I kept saying, Brayden, don't get on the hoverboard, baby. They go too fast. Now, mind you, he about 3 or 4, and he was bound and determined. So he went and snuck. I told you I got a flaw. He got on the hoverboard, y'all. Little poor little baby. He got on the thing. He fell smack down on the carpet, and then the hoverboard ran over him. It scared him so bad. He scared him so bad. He was screaming, not that he fell, because he fell on the carpet and he's so close to the ground anyway that it wasn't gonna hurt him. The thing it scared him to death, y'all. I couldn't even go help that baby. I had to go outside because I was laughing so hard. But I told him not to do it. And then so I said, I got a flaw. I can't do it. I can't, Lady Tia. If I would have seen her trying to set that car on fire, I'd be like, ma'am, you probably should not do that. Gasoline is really flammable. You can hurt yourself. Lord, if that heifer would have blew up in front of me, I'd have been cracking up. God save me. But I got a flaw. I can't help it. I remember one year, y'all, it was snowing. Let me get out here. But it was an ice storm, right? It's in the wintertime, it's an ice storm. And my sister, my baby sister, right? She had this long flight of steps that you had to go up and down if you didn't want to go through your drive-in, you know, to get inside your home, right? She had all her hazmat wear, but no common sense. So the garage door was froze, right? And I was like, sister, I ain't gonna say her name. You probably should come around the front because it looked like it's a whole lot of ice on your steps. Do you see what I'm saying? So go around the front. You know what I mean? You know, what common sense was telling me is too much ice on your step. Oh, I'm gonna be all right. I got on these sneakers, da 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 this and da 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 that, and we still on the phone, all this and all that. Next Yo, next thing I know, I told her, hey, Queen Scorpio, next thing I hear on the phone is, boom, 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 boom. I don't know how many steps she got up, but honey, she slid all the way back down the steps, hurt her hip. Her hip was bruised. I'll listen to all that. She crying. I'll listen to all that. I told her when I talked to her when she picked up the phone, she's like, I hurt myself. I'm cracking up. I can't help it. I told you I got a flaw. She's like, why you laughing at me? The only thing I could get out was I told you not to do it. I cannot. I cannot. Oh, jeez, I got a flaw with burn here. I got a flaw when it comes to stuff like this. Like for real. I just bad. But anyway, y'all. Let me get out of here. I'm gonna call my sister and I'm gonna harass her. Her hip was sore for a long time. But I told her not to do it. They don't listen. Folks don't listen. If they don't listen, they don't listen. The only thing you can do is give the warning. You know what I mean? If they don't heed the warning, then that's on them. I told her. But anyway, child, I'm just rambling and talking. Y'all done got me thinking about my flaw and how bad it is. Okay, let me get out here because I'm going to get me some more of them snap cheeses. Okay. Yeah, I can't stop thinking about them. Anyway, I got to go ahead and get some and some Sprite Zero. Anyway, y'all have a nice day. Y'all have a nice Lady Tia said funny is funny. You have a great day too, Lady Tia. Thanks you for joining us, Queen Scorpio. I hope you will go back and listen to the top of the video. We really did have a good discussion until it descended into my madness. Do you see what I'm saying? But anyway, I love you guys. Have a nice rest of you guys' night. I'm gonna talk to you later. Bye bye. Peace.